Bang, bang, homies, what up? It's NEACE. I'm here, chilling, relaxing on this Monday morning. Today's video is going to be talking about the time that I got cheated on and how I dealt with getting cheated on. That's my epic tale this morning. This is my epic yarn this morning. High school. So I think I don't know if I want to use any names of like the actual women involved. Like if I tell you guys any more stories about my life, about like random chicks or random, you know, random people from the past, I don't think I want to use any names. And to be fair to the girl that was involved in this, like, you know, everybody was young. Everybody was young and stupid. So I don't want to be that guy that, like, tries to accuse this person of being, like, a terrible person forever. But anyways, when I was in high school, this was my junior year. This was my junior year of high school. No, I failed it. I met a girl. I broke up with my first girlfriend ever. Like, first serious girlfriend ever. And I was looking for a new girlfriend. And, this girl that I met, we'll just call her, we'll call her Stacy. For the purposes of this discussion, we'll call her Stacy, okay? I think Stacy sounds like a good generic name that didn't, like, there was no chicks that I actually interacted with growing up that were Stacy's. So, it was this chick named Stacy, and I met her at a football game. And she was a new girl. I thought she was cute or whatever. And I started laying the knee smack down. You know, high school knee smack was just irresistible, I'm sure. I'm sure 16, 17-year-old niece was just the most attractive alpha male man in the history of all men, you know, just undeniable manliness that no woman could ignore. But anyways, I met her at a football game. She was in one of my classes. I'd flirt with her all the time or whatever. Eventually, we hung out. Things got a little hot and heavy. We started dating. Now, this chick and I dated for, I'd say, I think our relationship in total lasted about 9 months. But what ensued in those following 9 months was probably one of the most, like, cringy high school relationships ever. I mean, I'm talking like, first of all, she was super religious, and even at that age, I was definitely not. I was the opposite of that, and maybe one day, when I feel comfortable about accepting absolute poison into my comments, maybe I could talk about religion on this channel. But for the purposes of this story, all you need to know is that I'm not religious at all. And we didn't really have a lot in common. We didn't really have, there was nothing there, really. There was nothing that we had that was worth taking a relationship seriously over. But the point is, we had sex all the time. All the time. I mean, just a ridiculously typical, unhealthy amount of I mean, bumping uglies every chance we could get. I love that term, by the way. That's the only reason I used it, bumping uglies. There's seriously no rift over here. Bumping uglies anytime we were alone. And, you know, despite the fact that we didn't have much in common, I think that we both had sex in common, and that was pretty much all we needed to sustain the relationship over the course of, you know, however many months. But anyways, I'm giving you the backstory of this relationship so that you can picture this in your head. Not me bumping uglies, of course, but you can picture like the type of relationship it was. It was like a typical, like, stupid high school relationship that was more just geared around the fact that we were both into each other, and that's about it, right? So, I was saying at the beginning of this video how I wasn't exactly the best, person either, because, you know, the story's about how this chick cheated on me, but I wasn't exactly a prize in the relationship. Somewhere halfway through the relationship, I had a crush on this other girl. I had a crush on this other chick. And this other chick, I really wanted to hook up with. But I was really bored with my current girlfriend. So what I decided to do was I decided to break up with Stacy, and we'll just call this other chick Monica, right? I decided to break up with Stacy to go and hang out with Monica. And then a couple weeks later, I got back with Stacy again. So, and obviously it destroyed her the first time, right? Obviously, Stacy did not like this idea that I needed to. She didn't know why I broke up with her, right? But in my mind, I was doing the honorable thing, which in hindsight I realize is the most silly, ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, basically, just broke up with her so that I could hang out with some other chick and basically try my hand at getting with another chick that I like, right? So, Twitch chat's already like, you know, whatever happens next, shit was your fault, bro. So I get back with this chick. You know, a lot of just scummy, like, I still like you, I still take you back, yada 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 was happening. I'm telling you, like, high school Mark, man, he was not that great. And she did, you know, we started dating again, and we were not really compatible at all. So we're not really compatible at all, but we're dating again. And for those who don't know, I worked at a lot of places, and I can tell you guys sometime about the job that I've gotten fired from multiple jobs when I was younger. But anyways, we get back together. I don't like that. We get back together, and everything's going all right. Well, I worked at this job that was basically a job where I worked at a racetrack, basically. I worked at a racetrack, and it was a motocross racetrack. And what you did at this racetrack for a high schooler, what you would wind up doing is you did what was called a flagger. You did what was called you were a flagger. And basically what a flagger did was stand at points of the racetrack and wave your little flag around. And anytime somebody wrecked or was in an accident or whatever, you waved the flag so that people knew, like, hey, someone's down, or, you know, the motorcycle went off the road or whatever the hell. So don't run these people over. That's what the flagger was for. So I was working at this racetrack one day, you know, months after the fact, months after this whole Monica incident happened, right? And Stacy and I are still together, and we're still banging it out constantly. Like, just a really, really just inappropriate relationship. In fact, one of the times we were doing it, her mom walked in. This is all true, by the way. The names are the only thing that are omitted from this story. This is all true. The chick that was with me, if she ever sees this video, she's gonna know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So we're getting it on, right? And I know this video, this is not safe for work, but basically, we were getting it on. I was in a position with this chick, a coitus position that resembled that of a position that the canine species might partake in. And this chick's mom walks in. with like a basket of laundry. With like a basket of laundry, and is just like, hey, Stacy, here, I got your laundry done. And she, like, the way that Stacy's door was, she had beads instead of a door, but her mom like never came upstairs, so somehow her mom had like stuck upstairs without us hearing it, right? And she had like beads, that was her entryway to the door, and her mom, so think about it, the door's not really closed, it's beads. That's how you know I'm not bullshitting the story, because who uses beads, right? Who uses beads to block off their door or whatever? And her mom comes in with the laundry basket. Are you gonna fight me? With the laundry basket, and has got it in her hands, and kind of like leads through the door of the room with the laundry basket. And is like, hey Stacy, I did your laundry, and there I am, butt ass naked on this bed, right? And she just like froze with the laundry basket in her hand. She just froze in place, dropped the laundry basket from like waist high to the floor, silently, just like did a, like military guys know, she did an about face or whatever, and she just left, and she just went downstairs. She rage quit. She rage quit that. And oh my god, this guy's getting it first thing in the morning. I'm not ready, dude. Hold on a second. This guy's gaming right now. Hold on a second. Guy's trying too hard, I have to try hard too. Sorry, bro. I'm trying to talk about sex over here and you're screwing my shit up. So she just left. Like, this woman literally just, she did not like what she saw, and she just peaced out, okay? And, basically what happens next is I got my clothes on, and I obviously, I mean, some of you guys are perverts and are like, did you finish? And the answer was no. No, I didn't. In fact, I was like, I gotta go. And I was just so weirded out by the whole scenario. Did this guy really not have any mats? Alright, whatever. Oh my god, dude. It's like a constant struggle. And, I gotta go, right? So I grabbed my stuff. And I basically pack it up, right? Like, I'm ready to move on with life. And so I go downstairs. I go downstairs to the living room after this fiasco. And I'm walking through the house. I'm getting ready to leave. And her dad's in the kitchen. So basically blocking the exit of the house, right? And her dad doesn't know, clearly. And I passed her mom in the living room and her mom was silent. Like she'd seen a ghost, just staring at the TV, you know. And I'm like, bye, Miss Stacy. We'll call her Miss Stacy, right? And she just didn't, you know, she didn't respond. But then her dad obviously did not know what was happening. Obviously did not know what was happening and was just like, oh, you going, Mark? Have a nice day. So yeah, anyways, I got distracted about my story. So obviously we were getting it on all the time. Obviously we were doing that all the time. But I'm at this racetrack. She calls me up in the middle of my shift and she's like crying or whatever. She's on the phone. And she's like, I met a guy when you were gone and we hung out and I slept with him and I I immediately was like heartbroken, but I handled it. I had like tears in my eyes, but I did not let her hear me cry. I don't know why. In hindsight, it was so stupid. Like, I don't even know why I cared so much, really. But I was so like torn up about it. But I didn't let her hear me cry, right? And I was just kind of like, okay. And I like hung up, and like I didn't talk to her. Straight up, like I did not give her any sort of like emotional, and like in like Twitch chat said, like it's like totally my fault, right? Because I was a scumbag boyfriend, right? But I didn't give her any sort of like serious like emotional response to it, and I did not speak to her again. And come to find out, the dude that she cheated on me with at the time was definitely an upgrade. The guy was a little bit older. He worked or like helped run like a karate dojo or something. The dude was like 20 and like driving a Mustang around. I mean, the dude was balling. I couldn't even be that mad. Like, how could you be that mad at the guy? You know? It's like, oh, that's the guy she cheated on me with? High school Mark was like, meh. You know? At least it wasn't a guy that I think sucks. like in hindsight, you know? It was like, hey, good for him. And so after the fact, right? Like, she's obviously torn up about it, but I screwed this girl up, man. Or I didn't screw her up, but she kind of screwed herself up with the whole cheating thing. But I'm partially to blame. It is like I'm partially to blame, right? Well, she was going to high school still, and the day after, she missed a day of high school, and then she showed back up to high school, and she was dressing amazingly. Basically, she never dressed that way when I was with her at all, ever. Oh my god, this guy's on a hill? How the hell am I gonna do this? She was hot, dude. She was dressing like perfectly. She was dolled up every day, and to the point of where one of my buddies was like, "I heard you're not dating." I mean, Stacy. I mean, Cynthia. I mean, Pamela. So I heard you're not dating Stacy anymore. And it's like, can I date her? And I was like, sure, man, you know, because I obviously wanted to say no. And I was like, sure, man, whatever. And he's like, all right, cool. That was how nice she was looking. That people that I didn't know were really into her were like showing up, right? And I didn't know, right? I didn't know that I basically didn't know what I had opened up. So all these guys were coming out of the woodwork like, oh, I want to date your ex or whatever. And I thought she was getting over it, basically. Well, what wound up happening next is that she eventually just stopped going to school. Like, she stopped going. I don't know about this, actually. I better go around. No, I'm not gonna go around. She stopped going to school, dude. She dropped out of high school over this breakup. And she told her friends that it was because I broke up with her and she couldn't stand to see me in school. And she eventually wound up getting her diploma or whatever, or GED or whatever, doing like classes, like additional classes on the side. But I mean, that's the story. How the hell am I gonna do this? I don't have enough mats for, oh wait, what? Okay, you were not getting shot at. You were trolling me. Oh boy. I can't have this, bro.
New banger.
I suck. If I lose, I deserve it now. I gotta let them fight, I think. Hold on, I gotta focus. Ugh. One died to the storm. Ah! And that's how I got cheated on. And that's how it happened. And now I'm depressed. It's okay. I have a solution for this. I know what to do. I know how to make this work. That's literally what it's like to get cheated on. Right there. It's like you think you're gonna win. You think you're winning. And then you get shot in the butt. In the 1v1. You feel me? Alright, that's how I feel. Alright, homies. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, sub up. I love you up. Bang, bang. I'll see you on the next one. At least we got to the entire gameplay. And, yeah. I'll see you next time.